It's been a while since I started to play for this thing for a little bit amount of time. Sometimes it has been a while in HDC Trucking Interstate, where might absolutely going to be ready for to spawn some trucks, and then turns out I have dropped a lot of frames that I just started to play as well. Because of my performance have gotten a little bit worse, losing almost all over for those frames as well. But since that I just started to play around here, it's still gonna be playing for around here. So this is gonna be for the Heichel as well, and sometimes as well that I just going to be spawning like anyways. Before I'll be spawning for around here, we got some good news. Heichel has finally rehired for this one time on this community, as we're going to be headed all the way in. Something that the new rules is absolutely might going to be changing a little bit. And a little bit for one thing, Heichel has been returned against Josh Glob as well. So, nothing is absolutely going to be for around here to do this as well. And nothing is going to be exploiting like anything as well. So, new badges is finally absolutely to do this. But nothing is going to be in training like doing this. And looks like it's absolutely for into this only dev. What is actually credits to Heichel as well. I'm probably sure Heichel has already finally returned, and looks like how loud things is gonna be going on around here for this one time, and something is literally gonna be departing a little bit for one thing as well. I'm pretty sorry about that performance. It's gotta be unplayable for about that story around here. So I'll be spawning a truck, and since that good news was eventually done, I'm probably sure that these guys aren't going to be to do this. So I'm sorry about me, and I'm not worried about for this time as well. So I'm gonna be going for default and a prototype for some sort of like this. I wouldn't able to be coming up next around here, and the test dynos that I should be able to haul around here. So let's just going to be remastered. I'm not very sure. This isn't going to be for round as the flatbed. There's the refer. This is going to be real slow without anything is going to be. So I'll be spawning for the version 1 instead of the version 2 that I just not going to be to do this. Look how the wheels that may subject not to move any faster as well, but sometimes that should be causing a little bit slow, and I wouldn't believe that we're just going to be fine for some sort of like the default as well. So if this is not going to be for round to hide it a little bit for one, so like this is going to be fine the way all the way down as well. So the original semi could be for round has chassis too, but I never believed that I'm just gonna be starting around to drive trucks. So here we go. So I remember to drive around for this thing or something as well. I miss driving a truck around the map whenever that is just gonna be going again as well. So I'm a little bit impressed when I started to get all the way around to the interstate. Unfortunately, there is something blocking up the road. The oversized loads trucks have just absolutely jammed the road. I'm just gonna be passing all the way in. Into the forest we go. And I'm not believing this, that I'm just gonna be going to impact like anything as well. And yes, the trees are not going to hit you anyways. Am I gonna be headed all the way up here to bypass the blockage of the truckers who try to, oh my gosh, this is absolutely a little bit for the idiotic ways to do. It looks like we're driving all the way up here, as I'm exceeding to 40 miles an hour on that speed. That always going to be all the way up as well. And yes, I'm working as slow frames per second on that game. And just remember, I was unplayable about this game. The Tyrannosaurus is going to be up here for around for this thing as well. I'm going to be getting closer and look, and without talking about for this situation. As we're going to be here inside of the truck, it will be much more louder than I never imagined. As you can see, it's a little bit quiet everything as well. So I'm gonna be headed a little bit up as well. I'm just speeding over 50 miles an hour. But since that I just absolutely running for over 15 miles per hour, unfortunately that says for the frames per second it was extremely slow. And I cannot believe it was not going to be that a little bit good, which is not going to be possible for that way as well, because of since of that speed could be for around as 12 miles per hour. I'm not gonna be mean that for to do this as well. It's not just like the American Truck Simulator as would look like this, and I wouldn't believe that they're just not going to be seeing this whatsoever. I'm still going to be speeding all the way around here until morning around here, until we're going to be arriving all the way up here. But sounds like it's gonna be taking for a little bit many minutes to come. And I wouldn't believe to do so as well, that they just going to be taking a little bit for one thing as well. So it will drop down to 40 miles an hour, and that will be unnecessary as well. I'm not gonna be probably going to be to do this as well. Sometimes life gets harder and harder for me to play Roblox, and I wouldn't believe that would be unnecessary as well. It's a little shame to me, and I just try to find my ways to get a little bit for something really better for this, and to get around as well. And there's the sun is coming up, and it shines all the way. But not to worry for about here. I'm gonna be zooming out for like this, and I wouldn't believe the truck is absolutely ridiculously loud. If you hear the engine noise about here, it wouldn't be like this as the Peterbilt, and exactly how it's gonna be slowing down as well. It's gonna be for around, so look at this, it's gonna be equal to 10 miles an hour, or sometimes 20 miles an hour, or 15 miles an hour. So everything looked like exactly is going to do. But we're heading straight towards the hills. And just like it's not going to be for around here, the huge cliff. And I'm still running for it. I'm still rolling. As we're headed all the way uphill, here it goes, nothing. And we cannot able to be seeing the chat filter. And I should be able to leave behind him as well. I'm not supposed to hit him anyways, as I'm dropping speeds down to 40 miles an hour. That will be for a little bit of kind of shame as well. So it's not gonna be a little bit shameful around here. My performance of my computer was a shame to this game, which means I still refuse to getting rid of my data and information and a little bit for around here. So still I probably making up this video for quite a bit for right now as well. And because of some sort of like this, you wouldn't believe that it's gonna be going up for as well. Under 40 miles an hour won't be necessary as well. And I guess we're about to lose around for much more time as well. Now down to 10 miles an hour. I'm just going to be reaching all the way up here. And then I finally reach onto the top. And let's just keep on going before the sun is setting down as fast as possible. So I have gotten off time to reach all the way. And there's the interstate exit, which is going to be for speed limit is 55 miles an hour, which means there's a total maintenance around here ahead of this, and which we probably going to be seeing the finished bridge as well. I'm probably definitely going to be seeing this once again, so I'm gonna be headed all the way up here, and let's just get all the way to the interstate exit over here for this. I'll be heading towards into some sort of like this. Now it's going to be arriving at the Great Tyrannosaurus. Arriving at the Great Tyrannosaurus. The city is going to be for the continuous straight highways all the way down here. And so we have already arrived, and a pile of trucks have just absolutely being pulled over for a little bit for one thing. This is absolutely that you already seen this last Christmas, and I cannot believe that we're going to be headed a little bit all the way up here. And the intersection will be going to be for much more a little bit for to do this. So there must be a stop sign over here when it's absolutely going to be in effect like this. Alright, I should be able to be fully stopped as well. And so, I'm probably starting to get a little bit uncontrollably as well. And of course, it's still closed around of this road. I should better find out, and I'll be seeing a little bit closer and look around of this strategy. And that will be necessary as well, as we're going to be seeing closer into that highway. Nothing is left that I still can't see. There must be still much construction sites. There's this exits and entries around of the interstates. It looks like the road is closed due to still under constructions that connects to the lake. I get it that I just never going to be seeing this like anyways. Now let's get back on the highway, and we're going to be finishing this video anyways. Back on the interstate to get all the way for this work ahead for just a little bit all the way down here. As you can see, we're going to gain up speeds and exceeds around for over 70 miles an hour. We're going to get ourselves for full speed as well. And as you can see, the speeds could be almost 50 miles an hour, which is not going to be that fast as well. So there must be a stop sign over here. It feels it's going to get a little bit uncontrollable as well. And as you can look at this bridge, it was still working in progress, unfortunately. And so the progress has been cancelled a little bit for one thing. So I still gotta be managed to hit ourselves to go around here and head over to the left side of the road, which is absolutely a narrow bridge. No, I wouldn't believe. It's gonna be headed towards to Tyrannosaurus City. We're headed to Tyrannosaurus City. But as you can see here, the work is still under progress for about this. And sometimes that wouldn't able to finish this for a long time. And there must be the bridge that I seen. It was going to be the bridge as well, without hitting anything as well. And my steering got anything uncontrollable. What looks like my speeds aren't going to be like this. So I'll be using the primary steering, and that I just still going to be driving like this. There's huge roads under constructions that I already seen this out of the bridge, including for some other kinds of roads that's just going to be in progress like anyways. So at the end of the roads that leads me to the city that where it was, that is just still going to be all the way up here, and I feel not safe to drive as well because of the performance of the computer was gotta be a shame. Now let's still gonna be headed towards up as well until we're gonna be finishing at early in this evening as well. The early night won't be necessary as well. Driving over 50 miles an hour, which means exactly how the 20 miles an hour should be. And that will be nothing a little bit worse is going on. And I feel it's nothing that we're going to be steering a little bit safely. But I'm starting to steer a little bit for one worse thing. So that we're headed all the way to weaving back into the interstate as well. So looks like we're going to get all the way down here and back on the road as well. So I wasn't able to get back here, and there must be still working in progress, and I accidentally doing zigzag for something like this. No truckers are going to getting on my way as I'm driving all the way down. That since I got that badge earlier in this video, but looks like we're heading all the way downhill, and that wouldn't be necessary as well to get all the way to the end of the road. So looks like I'm probably going to be getting a little bit out of this, and I wouldn't believe that I just gonna be trying to head all the way down as well, and exceeds up to 100 miles an hour. That speeds over 70 miles an hour. It still got all the way down. I'm going to be getting a little bit amount of speed as I can. Now we're speeding all the way up to 40 miles an hour, or 35 miles an hour. And the gear is going to be all the way up here, just without for some torque. And there's nothing, the end of the road is going to be going away for one thing as well. Over 100 miles an hour, which means 60 miles an hour, and headed all the way to 70 miles an hour that I see. So it looks like they're absolutely almost headed as well. The beginning of the night has just begun. And there must be gonna be the end of the road somewhere. And I hear it starts to rain over here. There's still much more loads left. And where does the road ends around here would be a little bit far enough as well. Things have just gotten a little bit slowed down because of just like the frames has dropping around here to 8 frames per second. But this is not going to be a little bit okay since that nighttime as well. So, and don't worry about this, that we're going to be end of this video for right now. That since is going to be trying to do like anything it goes. So later on, we're back into 2-lane like anything it's going to be for a little bit for one. Now down onto 52 miles an hour. And the speeds weren't going to be exceeding a little bit faster. That I just not going to be telling you something now what is just trying to be. So since I just dropped some frames, dropped some speed, which means that's slowly going to be under 50 miles an hour as well. So we still have left as well. And yes, because of another one, we shouldn't able to be continuing the highway road. But looks like the great Tyrannosaurus City has finally arrived at the end of the interstate as well. So sometimes that we arrive at the city, but it's not just a little bit for this one. It cannot able to road a little bit for progress as well. So that was the end of this video as well. So I could see the end of the road as even possible. So they're still under in progress. Like anything it goes, we couldn't able to take the exit, and that will be it as well for just a little bit far as well. And so the moon has shining through all the way down here for this way, like not anything it was. That must be for the under roads like there is possible. And so that is the end of the road as well for over 15 minutes of this video. I cannot believe it that I just tried to do something, whatever it does. And there must be a chance of U-turn, and that the word says coming soon around here for this thing as well. So, we're about to end this video over here and jump out of the truck, and we're going to be end of this video. The link is going to be in description down below, as you might gonna be still absolutely playing for this thing as well. And that was a good news for the owner of the game and for his games that he created on this community as well. So thanks for watching, for all your support, and I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and truckers all later, over and out. And I wouldn't believe that I'm not gonna be headed all the way back into the main thing as well, because it might gonna be taking a lot of minutes to do so. So thanks again, and have a nice trucking day for you mini lads, and remember, drive safe and responsibly, and wear your seatbelt.